Testing 1, 2, 3. Good evening, everyone. My name is Dwayne Kimball, owner and founder of KMD 89 VA Claims Consulting. Leave no vet behind. I'd like to welcome you to my bi-weekly live Q&A as it pertains to the VA claims process. So tonight I'm going to be answering questions from you, the veteran. Hopefully I can answer most questions. Some I can't because they're really claim specific and I would need more information to review to answer those questions. But for the most part, I like to try and get through all the questions. So sit back, relax the next hour. And we're going to be, I'm going to be answering some of your questions as it pertains to the VA claims process. But first, just want to let everyone keep in mind that this presentation, this Q&A session is only for informational and educational purposes only, okay? I do encourage all veterans to go out and continue to do their own research because the VA's regulations change, okay? So something that we may be talking about tonight maybe have already changed, maybe changed today or maybe change the next week or next month. Okay, so that being said, just keep in mind that this presentation tonight is for informational and educational purposes only. Again, I'd like to thank everybody for coming out and supporting my YouTube channel. Hope everyone had a Merry Christmas, and I hope everyone has a happy New Year. I'm still going to be bringing you more educational videos in 2022. So I'm definitely looking forward to that. I already have some scheduled to post on certain days next month, trying to get a week or two ahead, but I don't want to get too far ahead because, again, these regulations changes. They change sometimes often. And if you've seen some of my videos in the past, especially this year, you see that I'll go into the M21 reference or the 38 CFR and show some of those references. So I don't want to get too far ahead and have a video scheduled to post 2 or 3 weeks out, and then that reference or whatever or regulation changes. So I try to stay at least a week and a half out. Okay. So just everybody give me a thumbs up. Make sure you can hear me. I was having some mic issues earlier, so just want to make sure that everyone can hear me. Gene, you're the sergeant at arms, so make sure you keep everybody getting those thumbs up for me. So I definitely appreciate it. So before we get started, also I want to say thank you to the individuals that competed in the scavenger hunt. It was 3. We only had 3 people, so everybody was winners. Okay, I thought I had a little bit more people, but they went out. I had some questions that they had to go out to the website and find the answers. So you should have received something. I see a couple of people in here, so you should have received something in your email from Amazon. Okay, so I just wanted to show my appreciation for you taking the time to go through and providing their feedback or answering the questions from the scavenger hunt. Okay, and also I sent a separate email, so make sure you talk to me so we can get that set up as well. Okay. Don't forget, every third Thursday of every month, I have my veterans roundtable, where normally I get have a guest speaker. This month I didn't have a guest speaker, but I had an awesome topic, and I think we were in that roundtable. It was, I'm not going to say it was too long, but next thing I know, we went well over the time, but we had a good dialogue and good conversation. But January next month, the third Thursday of every month from 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and it is live. So you can go to my website and you can sign up. Okay. How do you get to my website? You go to the description section of this video or any other video, and there's my website. Okay. And you can sign up for it there. I ask if you sign up, make sure you show your video, but also try to log in 15 minutes prior, because if for some reason you can't get in, I'm checking emails about 10 minutes prior, but after that, I have to get in the room, take roll call, and get the guest speakers and all that set up. Okay. But next month, we're going to be talking about VA mortgages, VA home loans. I have a loan officer whom is local here in the Tampa, Florida area, and she's a loan officer, and she has agreed to come on and do a brief presentation and take questions as it pertains to the VA home mortgage. So if you're refinancing, or what is the current interest rate, or what are they looking for as it pertains to VA, this is the person to ask. Okay, so all of the roundtables are going to try to get guest speakers, but on the topic somehow veteran or VA related. Okay, but also let me know in the comments section if it's a particular topic or guest speaker you would like to try, that you would like for me to try to go out and ask to come on and do that. Okay, and please bear with me. I am streaming across 3 platforms tonight. So for the individuals in Facebook, I can see we got a couple of likes and a couple of hearts. I appreciate it. I should be able to see the questions here from Facebook. Yep. There we go. Facebook user. Yep. I see some people from Facebook. So I definitely appreciate it. And I want to talk about 3 videos. Okay. And then I'm going to get into some questions, and I'll just every 15 minutes reiterate what I got going on as it pertains to the Veteran Roundtable. But 3 videos that I did this month. Okay. 1, why aren't adjudicators using veterans' private DBQs from their private doctor, even though that they're actionable and sufficient for rating purposes? I have clients that are submitted DBQs. I've talked to veterans every day that say, hey, I submitted my DBQ, and they still schedule me for an exam. In that video, I talk about a lot of the inconsistencies amongst RVSRs and raters. Okay. Some raters are using it, some are not, and they're just putting pen to paper. And it sounds like, they don't feel like using it. They just come up with something. So you as the veteran, you want to be educated to make sure that your DBQ and or nexus statement is sufficient. Just because it came from a doctor does not mean it was completed correctly. Okay, so you want to make sure that you're educated, because ultimately it is your responsibility and it's your claim. Okay, the second video, I interviewed a mental health provider. He talked about he's a Marine veteran as well. He talked about we talked about PTSD. What is PTSD as it is defined in the DSM-5? Stressors, combat, non-combat, things of that nature. A medical health professional, professional. And he understands the DBQs and nexus statements, okay? The third video that I did, I interviewed a nurse practitioner who also does DBQs and nexus statements. But she talked about how sleep apnea can be secondary to PTSD, okay? And the reason why I had her to talk about that is because so many veterans claim sleep apnea is secondary to PTSD, and they get denied. And the VA examiner says the VA examiner is saying that there's no correlation between the two. Well, I had a conversation with this young lady, and she says, yes, I've seen medical literature that says there is a connection. And I was like, really? And we talked about some other things like secondary to tinnitus, secondary to PTSD. And I was just like, wow, I didn't know any of this stuff. Okay. So definitely go out and look at those 3 videos. But the one for sleep apnea secondary to PTSD, that was a nurse practitioner whom can, by VA in the M21, VA's M21 reference, can complete DBQs, but more so understand, she explains about the medical literature that, some of the medical literature that she has access to that states that there is a connection between sleep apnea and PTSD. So definitely check out those videos. Okay. So that being said, let's go ahead and let's jump into some Q&A here. Gene, I know we haven't talked. I'm still trying to get up to Atlanta to get that. I've been swamped. I do apologize for not giving you a call. We have to talk sometime tomorrow. So let me know in the chat window when it's too late to call you. I just been on the phone all day today, yesterday and today, and then jumping on the live stream tonight. I apologize. Okay. First up, Carl. I got out in 91. and hurt in 89. Is it too late to file for a Service Connect injury? No. There's no time limit on when you can file for service connection. And also, Carl, question I ask all my subscribers, individuals that are here on the live stream, have you requested a copy of your claims folder? Okay, that is the question. Okay, Tyrone says no. Don't know what that is. Good evening and Happy New Year to you, Dwayne. Likewise, Gene. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to everyone on here. Hope that Christmas went well. I had a good one, just kind of relaxed. Okay, I was kind of on overload there for a little bit with YouTube videos and so forth, but I'm back at it. Greetings, Dwayne. Jonathan, how we doing? Mr. Canty, good evening. There we go. Sam Glaze, first cab leads the way. Who? You know it. Okay, Fred, I see you, Lil Rock. Appreciate the super sticker. And again, I like to thank everybody that donates. If you heard me talk about it before, my community outreach, well, if you go to my website, we changed that link to corporate responsibility. So the information is still the same about the two schools that I adopted that's located in low-income areas here in Hillsborough County, Tampa, Florida area. Okay. Let's get those likes up and subscribe. Appreciate it, Gene. Appreciate it. Okay, we got a Facebook user. Hey, DK, what's going on? Traveling Terry, good evening. How you doing? We had a couple people that presented. That did the scavenger hunt. So again, I definitely appreciate it. Good to see you, Terry. All right, we got somebody from Facebook, Kenneth Simmons. Again, I'm streaming across 3 platforms: YouTube, my Facebook Veterans Group, which is VA Disability Service Connection, and my Facebook business page, which is KMD89 Consulting. I'm sorry, KMD89 VA Claims Consulting. Okay, Carl, thanks for the thumbs up. Tyrone, yep, yes, I appreciate it. You can hear me on it. Cool. All right. Got another Facebook user. Traveling Terry, you got it? Okay. I appreciate it. D Walker, thumbs up. Appreciate it. Family ER unable to compete, but congrats to the winners. Yeah. Hey, I want to keep it fun. I want to and just let people that support me learn a little bit about me and why I do what I do. Okay. So I think, and it was really, I got some responses like back in like 24, 48 hours, so yeah, it was good. So I had to grade. I was grading papers and then I'd send back the answers and stuff. But I had fun looking at the answers. Okay. My problem seems to be wording. If STR reads, let's say bilateral, I'm not going to try to pronounce that word, spasms, can I, or is it wise to just claim exactly as STR has diagnosed? That would be up to you, but keep in mind when you file a claim, somebody at the VA is going to look at it. They're going to go through your STRs. Okay. So it would be up to you, but I would say also think about what is the assessment / diagnosis. Because if you see an A semicolon, that's the diagnosis. And that's what they're going to be looking for. Or a complaint at the top, they'll say veteran or patient reported today and complained of back pain or whatever. And then they're going to do a diagnosis. It should be a diagnosis or assessment and say back pain. So, I would say try and stick closely as you can to that, because if you veer off from that wording, they may think, it's something else than what it actually is. But good point, because wording is key. In one of my trainings, I talk about wording and I give a quiz on wording. Okay. In one of my trainings. So definitely, thanks for bringing it up, because wording is key. It's that time. Happy holidays, Wayne. Hey, what's going on? And always, I say that it's that time. Booyaka, booyaka, booyaka. Short boot seat. All right. NYC in the house. We got Victor Williams. I have a CMP exam for GERD on January 18th. I have to complete a blood test as soon as I finish the exam. What are they looking for on the blood test? Man, Victor, I do not know, especially as it pertains to GERD. Never heard of anybody having to take a blood test for GERD for a CMP exam. So I don't know that. I'm not a medical professional, so I don't know why they're asking you to take a blood test. But I will say this, Victor, do you know the diagnostic code criteria for GERD? And also, have you requested a copy or submitted a FOIA request to get a copy of your VA claims folder? All right, Gene, I appreciate it. Thanks for the super sticker. Thanks for supporting the vets and those young kids in the local Tampa school. Hey, I appreciate it. Going to be trying to do a little bit more next year. The school's on a break right now. Reached out to one of the principals, and we're still giving Amazon $10 Amazon gift card every week. One of the schools, the principal was trying to raise the teachers' morale, and she was coming out of pocket, giving a $10 gift card a raffle. And when she told me about it back in August, right before the school year, I said, you know what? Send me the teacher's name, and I'll make sure that teacher gets, whoever wins that weekly raffle, they'll get a $10 Amazon gift card. So from August to now, I want to say we gave out 10 to 15 gift cards, Amazon gift cards to these teachers. And it's all part of the super stickers and the YouTube live stream revenue. I'm sorry, not live stream, but YouTube YouTube monthly revenue that we get, that we're able to do that. So for those of you maybe on Facebook that this is your first time on the live stream, it's I talk about my community outreach program. You go to the website, and I posted some of those pictures on my Facebook business page and in the Facebook business group. Okay. So you can see where these donations go to and how we spend that money. So thanks for everyone that supports our initiative in low income schools. Okay. Thanks for helping veterans. Hey, not a problem. It's my passion to do this. Can you pin the website? Okay. Let me just type it in here right quick. So you should see it pop up in the chat window, Facebook user, but if you don't see it in the description section, kmd89.com, Kilo Mike Delta 89.com. Santos, good evening, Dwayne. Happy New Year. Likewise, appreciate it, sir. Daniel Villalobos, let me know if I pronounced that right. The VA loan thing would be great. Yeah. I met this veteran through another veteran, and we were going to a local chamber of commerce, not chamber of commerce, but we were going to a local chamber town hall to speak about how important they were building. The VA, Tampa VA, is building a mental health facility in this neighborhood within Tampa, a little small town here in Hillsborough County. It's in Tampa, but it's not a suburb, but it's like a section of Tampa. And we went to the council meeting to speak about that as veterans. And the gentleman that invited me brought another veteran, and we were just talking. And she was like, "Yeah, I'm a loan officer." And I was like, "Oh, you familiar with VA home loans?" And she was like, "Yeah." And I was like, "Yeah, I got to get you on my Veterans Roundtable." So either go to my website. For those of you that are in the Facebook group, you should see where I've already posted the Veteran Roundtable. It's January 20th, I believe, the third Thursday of every month. Okay. It's that time. My TBI is acting up. How do I go about properly filing for aid and attendance, sir? I appreciate all your help. Hey, not a problem. I did a video. On SMCs, SMCS. I'm sorry, SMCK, SMCS, and SMCL. L is aid and attendance. In that video, I list a few references. Start there. The form is a VA form 21-2680. Your physician or mental health professional can complete it. Okay. But again, remember, people, when you're filing for aid and attendance, it's only for service-connected conditions. Talked to a veteran earlier this year, and he said his VA primary care provider was saying, no, you can get aid in attendance without service-connected conditions. Okay, I would like to see that one because the regulation is clear. It states aid in attendance solely due to service-connected conditions. And I believe on the 2680, it even asks what service-connected conditions are you needing aid in attendance for, if I'm not mistaken. Victor, anemia. Okay. All right. Oh, so Victor, yeah, this is about the blood work for GERD. Okay, Dwayne, you rocking. Thanks for helping us, veterans. Hey, I appreciate it. Like I said, it's my passion. I don't, a lot of people ask me, it's like, hey, why do you do what you do? And tell people I was a rating specialist. So before I retired from the VA. So what that means is if you received a rating decision in the mail, whether it be granting benefits or denying, I used to write those. And as a rater, I struggled with my claim, not initially from lack of education at first, because I was new. But even after in that fourth year, my last year, I struggled because it was somebody else that did the same job that I did telling me no. And I'm like, wait a minute, we got the same training. I'm doing it the way it's supposed to be done. And you're telling me no. And I'm gonna tell you, those 4 years was frustrating. I was mad. I was angry because I couldn't reach out to that person and be like, hey, shake him. Like, what are you doing? So once I retired from the VA, I didn't want any other vet to feel the way I felt going through that claims process. So I had to think about, do I want to become a claims agent? That was quickly no, because I think veterans being educated on this process is going to help them be a little bit more successful. I get comments all the time and emails. I got an email today where someone said, hey, by watching your videos, I went from this percentage to this percentage. And I'm like, wow, just off watching my videos. And so a lot of comments I get, I really appreciate that feedback because it's truly it's truly my passion to educate you, meaning you, the veteran, and your loved ones, because I've had spouses reach out as well. Okay. And decision letter, but no rating, also not among rated disabilities. I'm not understanding that question. In decision letter, but no rating, also not among rated. Clarify that for me, okay? Gregory, I just want sleep apnea secondary to depression. That's what I'm talking about. Gregory, the question I have for you, and I don't want you to get too deep, and if it's personal, you don't have to answer it. Did you get it using a DBQ from a private physician, or did you go to a VA CMP exam? That's what I'm curious about. Angela, I called the View to request my VA rating code sheet, and I was told I cannot be sent to the veteran because it is an internal document. Is that true? That is false, Angela. If you submit, now, if you call over the phone, that's not considered a FOIA request. They're going to tell you you have to submit that FOIA request in writing to get a copy of your entire claims file. If you look in the description section of all of my videos, especially from this year, you will see I put in there how verbatim, step by step, what I did. Okay. In that description section, it's a lot of information. So many people ask me questions, and I'm like, it's in the description section. It's in the description section. Just click that show more, and there's a lot of information in there. Okay. But yeah, they're not going to send it to you over the phone. You have to submit a request for it. Now, a lot of people ask, how long does it take? People in this chat window can tell you sometimes it takes 2 months. Sometimes it takes 11 months. It took me 11 months, but I did a video last year on December 27th. December 27th. I'm trying to get it up here. Yeah. So as I'm going through this, I'll put the link up to that video where I filed a complaint, and I got the CD like in less than 2 weeks. One of my friends, he had the same thing. He said, hey, I had my VSO or claims agent that he had got I don't know why, but he said, "Hey, he submitted that request for me over a year and a half ago, and I still hadn't got it." I'm like, "What do you mean you hadn't received it?" I was like, "Well, call him and ask him where is it at." So he called his VSO or claims agent, and the claims agent tells him, "Oh, I got it, but I shredded it. I threw it away." And he's like, "What? Why you didn't tell me? I could have came and picked it up." "Oh, I didn't think about it." So what he did was he was going to submit it again. I'm like, "So why would you submit that again?" And he ended up doing a White House complaint, talked to someone. In a week, he got the CD in the mail. Okay. All right. So, hey, Benny, what's going on? So, are you still in? I think Benny, where you say you was at in Germany, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. But yep, happy holidays to you as well. Thanks for all the educational videos. Not a problem. As I stated earlier, I'm still going to be I'm still going to 2022. I'm going to still be still be bringing uploading more educational videos. Okay, I'm trying to get this link. I'm sorry. Okay, so I'm going to put the link to the video of how you file a complaint with the VA White House hotline. Okay, so that's going into the chat window right now. Benny, thanks for the super sticker. I definitely appreciate it, sir. I'm 24/7. Call anytime. Okay, Gene. I'll try to pull up my email and send you my personal cell number so you can give me a call. But I'll write it down. Make sure I got your number by email. Remember you emailing me, and we'll chat tomorrow. Jonathan, how to make sure you get the right back pay for IU. IU is tricky when it comes to effective dates. So understanding effective dates, I did a video on effective dates. But IU, if the rule of thumb is if you file a claim, let's just say you stop working July 1st of this year, right? That was your last day of work, and you filed a claim in November for IU, and you get a rating decision this month. 9 times out of 10, that effective date is going to be July 2nd, the date after your last date of reported of employment. Okay. But if it's outside, if you file a claim 1 year outside of the date that you last worked, so let's just say date of last employment, date of your last employment was January 1st, 2020, and you file a claim now, and they do a rating next month. It may not go back to that date after your last date of employment. Okay. But the rule of thumb is if it's within that, you file a claim within 1 year, nine times out of 10 is going to be that date after. So in the rating decision, they should explain the effect. They have to list the effective date, and they should explain why they granted IU using that particular effective date. Okay. Okay. Question mark. Okay. Not a problem. Ed Bart. Okay. I see you. I think you just became a member of my Facebook group, if I'm not mistaken. I remember the uniform that you had on with the gentleman, if I'm not mistaken. But good evening. Thank you for stopping in. Panama. Okay. Okay. Panama. I've been to Panama. I like Panama. Bobby, hey, what's going on? How we doing? Waiting 5 months for claims file. Bobby, check out the link that I put in to the video. And it's in the comments section. I had to wait 11 months. I didn't have anything necessarily going on, so it really wasn't pressing for me. But a lot of veterans, they're trying to do a high level review, and they need that information to compile their case on a high level review, or if they're going to BVA. Okay, but before I get into any more questions, also I just want to remind everybody my Veterans Roundtable is every third Thursday of every month at 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Next month, we're going to be talking about VA mortgages, VA home loans. Going to have a loan officer come in. She's a Army vet, I believe, as well, to talk about that. Okay, we're going to be taking questions as well. We'll have a list of questions. So if you know you're going to be attending, the event, you signed up, go to my website, send me an email with some questions. Because she did ask me to put together some questions. So if you're definitely going to attend and you have some questions, email them to me. I'll make sure we get them answered. But also, I'm going to have time where you can ask those questions to her directly. Okay, it's going to be live. All of my roundtables are live. Okay, and sometimes I'll post the video on YouTube as well. So other veterans, if you're unable to attend, I'll post it on my YouTube channel so you can definitely you can check it out. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. Where do we go? Where do we go? Okay, here we go. Roland Sanders, is there a GERD app like the Migraine Buddy app? That I don't know. Are you talking about like a VA app or something like that? Jonathan Bobby called the Washington, D.C. app. There you go. I put the link to the video where I explain my process, what I, verbatim, what I told them when I called them, some things I did, some things that I didn't do, and why I didn't do certain things when I called them, and the request the complaint that I put in. Okay. But yeah, Jonathan is right. VA White House hotline. But you definitely want to know what to say and what not to say. So what worked for me was really good because one thing, I didn't want them to email me. I wanted a call, and I actually got a call from a supervisor. Yep, no problem. Make a complaint. It could be a ulcer BT. Is that about the Mike? Is that about the GERD question earlier? Yep, Jonathan said White House VA hotline. That's it. Bobby, VA changed my mental health rating from other stressor disorder PTSD was granted increase from 30 to 70. Yeah, sometimes that will happen. They will give you a diagnosis for one, and that's even outside of mental. But mental, if they do that, they have to state, is it a progression of the service-connected condition? And normally it is, but that's not uncommon, Bobby, for them to sometimes change the diagnosis. Okay. Victor, yes, I know the code, and I also have my C file. There you go. There you go. Call VA on claim status. VA said waiting on NPRC. I asked that my claim be rated on medical, and she said that's true and typed a memo and sent it forward. So hopefully somebody picks that up. When they type that memo and put it in there, it doesn't mean that they're going to send it over to somebody immediately. Next time your claim comes up to be reviewed, they should see that memo and say, oh, well, he don't want us to go out and do X, Y, and Z. Now, there is some development that they have to do, okay? And if that's the case, in this case, Gene, then you're going to have to wait on them to complete that development because they have to give you due process, all right? Now, it's different if you ask them to go out and get private medical evidence and you say, nope, I changed my mind, don't want you to get it. Go ahead and rate with the evidence of record. But if it's some NPRC or something like that, they're waiting on like Department of Army, the system information, then they have to wait on that information because they have to give you, the veteran, due process. Kenneth says, why is it that a medical doctor can write a nexus with medical journals and research to support their medical opinion, and a nurse practitioner conducting a CMP exam can just give their opinion, and the VA agrees with nurse practitioner who is not on the level as a medical doctor and never stake their resources, just their opinion? Ken, I would say this. You can go to a private nurse practitioner, okay, and they can do the same thing. Now, I will say this. One of the things that I've been seeing is I've seen the VA do exactly what you said, have a nurse practitioner to provide a medical opinion rationale. And veterans go and they go to the medical doctor, okay, in this example. And the nurse practitioner writes 2 or 3 sentences in the rationale. And the veteran's private doctor writes like a paragraph in detail for the rationale, and the VA will use that nurse practitioner over the medical doctor. Okay. And I've seen it work the other way, but it goes back to what I stated earlier in one of the videos I talked about doing. I did why is it so much inconsistency amongst VA raters when it comes to making a decision and using veterans' private DBQ? It happened to me on my last claim. I'm like, look, I am not giving you any information by going to that CMP exam and giving you information, ammunition to use against me. The information that I gave you is sufficient. Use it. And that's what they did. Okay. Now, I'm not saying not to go to a CMP exam. I knew why I refused mine. And, for two reasons. One, I knew what I submitted was actionable and sufficient. And two, I wasn't going to give them any ammunition to use against me. Okay. Is that accurate? And can they do that? Hit me again, Gene. I'm not sure if that was from the NPR in NPRC. Yeah. Because it's certain development they have to do. So let's just say if it was a Navy vet and they're saying something has happened and they go out for some deck logs. Okay. And they know, okay, well, if we can grant it without those deck logs or verifying information within those deck logs, then they'll go ahead and do it. Well, I don't know about the Raiders today. It's been so inconsistent and shaky. Who knows what they'll do, the new Raiders. But it definitely, if it's a denial, oh yeah, they got to go. They got to, because they can't deny it until they give that vet due process, meaning all development has been exhausted and complete. Okay. Someone asked me about the website, kmd89.com. That's the website right there. Okay. Ed, do people know if you have a decision letter, any benefits? The VA will email you that letter and breakdown letter due to GOP printed backup. That is correct. That is correct. Now, also, I did a video on that about the mailing delays. Keep in mind, the deadline is when? December 31st, in 2 days. Okay. That is the number. Again, when you call it, and I note this in the description section of my videos, I've heard some veterans say they call and they try to get a breakdown letter or rating decision, and the VA employees, oh no, you got to submit a FOIA request. Hang up, call back and get somebody else. Obviously, they don't know what they're talking about. Okay. So, as my grandfather used to tell me, one monkey don't stop the show. All right. Alfred, hey, get that email. Alfred, Dwayne, your videos are so informative and we appreciate you. I have learned a lot from them. I can't wait to talk with you one-on-one soon. See if I order in October. All right. Yeah, I appreciate it. I think I did get that email. I think I responded to your email about that, Alfred, as well. So definitely thanks for the support. Tyrone, if a veteran has a pending claim, does submitting a FOIA request slow down the veteran's claims? No, it should not. Two separate actions. What's good, vets? Okay, family man, LA. ZL, I submitted for expedited processing due to financial hardship. How does this speed up the process? Now, I did a video on that as well, ZL. Man, I'm gonna try and find it right quick while I'm answering your question. What they're supposed to do, they're supposed to tag that. In that video I did, I was surprised it didn't get a lot of views. But I think it was okay, here it is. VA hardship claims, who has priority and who qualifies. Okay, so ZL, I'm going to put the link to that video if I can get to it. I got a lot of stuff popping up here. I just put it in the chat window. Go check it out. There's a lot of good information in there, and I show some M21 references as it pertains to financial hardship. What does the VA consider financial hardship? What is some of the documentation? Some examples of documentation. And in the M21 reference that I put up, they say those are only examples. If you're 85 years or older, if you have a terminal illness, if financial hardship, and again, in that M21 reference, ZL, in that video, those are examples. Your light's about to be cut off. You're about to be evicted. Things like that. Okay. Someone asked me one time, what about they're about to cut off my cell phone bill? You know, it may be open to interpretation to that VA employee, and they may say, oh, that's not a hardship. But what if you use your phone for work? You have to use your phone for work. You have to have open line, especially during COVID, you work from home, cell phone, you know, then you might want to, if you're employed and that's the case, get a letter from your supervisor or something like that. But keep in mind, you have somebody, people think all VA employees are advocates. Now, I'm not saying anything bad about it, but they're human. You have some VA employees that are advocates for veterans, then some you do not. It's, people may get some backlash from that, but it's the truth. And that's in any organization, any company out there. You got some good ones and you got some not so good ones. Okay. So if you're going to do that, ZL, just keep in mind, make sure you go out and do your research, the M21, give the name of it, do the research, because it could have, that video is from November 8th. Something could have changed since then. Okay. But definitely go check it out. I put it in the comment section down here. Bobby Dwayne, you the best. Great information. Hey, I appreciate it. Thanks for all the support. 76 likes. And man, we almost got 100 people in here and only 76 likes. Hey, Gene gonna have to come see you now. Gene is the man. He's a ranger. Carl, can you recommend an attorney? I know a couple of attorneys that only handle high-level reviews, but Carl, I would say this. I think this is a process that anybody can navigate themselves with the right education. But I'm pretty sure there's some really good ones out there and some not so really good ones. But I don't, I know a couple here in the Tampa area just from being introduced to them from different events. But it depends on what you're trying to do. Let's talk under the tree podcast. Good job. I appreciate it, sir. Podcast, let me know. I've been thinking about starting a podcast. Okay. Don't know what that means. James, happy holidays, Wayne. I was diagnosed with migraines. Is it better to try to file secondary to PTSD, already service connected, or go presumptive Gulf War? Been out of service 17 years. I would say this, James, understand the 5 ways of service connection. And then you as a veteran have to figure out where does it fall under those 5. And then what is the criteria? I always look at the path of least resistance, but whatever you would have to pick the 5 ways, but again, if you're doing secondary, you got options, you file a claim, you go to CMP exam, tell them, if it's medication, is it from the medication? If you have medication prescribed to you for PTSD and the medication could be causing the migraines, or you can do Gulf War presumptive, or maybe both, but understanding the 5 ways of service connection. Traveling Terry, recent video by Rachel Hill about rating code sheet. I called the VA and asked for a letter showing my service connected business rating codes, and I got a letter only. So that's the letter, Terry, that I talk about in the description section of all my YouTube videos. Called a disability breakdown letter to include the diagnostic codes. Now, you can find that same information on a rating code sheet, but what you're not going to find on that letter, if you were, let's say, 10% for PTSD, and then they increase with it'll show an effective date, and then 30% for PTSD, it'll show an effective date, then 100% and shows an effective date. On that breakdown letter, is just going to give you PTSD, diagnostic code 9411, and 100%. That's it. And also the rating code sheet has SMC codes if you have been granted service connection for any SMC codes. Next year, that's going to be one of my videos. I'm going to make a mock John Doe rating code sheet and go down and talk about it. And I may even do it on a veteran roundtable one day or something like that. Okay. Not a rating code sheet, as she showed, and her code sheet shows future exams. She said, we would request it on it for you. Okay, now if you received a rating decision, and I did a YouTube video on this, how to read a rating decision, and I think it was about routine future exams. Yeah, that's what it was. And I said in the narrative section of the rating decision, there's going to be one sentence at the bottom. And if it starts with, since there's a likelihood of improvement, and I even did a screenshot and put it up there so people could see how it looked in the narrative section of the rating decision. That means you have a routine future on that particular condition. A lot of people don't keep their rating decisions. I got all of mine. I got every rating decision the VA has ever sent me right here. That's my paper claims folder. And I got all this on CD. Now, if you have been going through this process for a year, 2, 3, 4 years, and you don't have rating decisions, you don't have any rating decisions, if you don't have everything that you sent the VA and the VA sent you, you're a no-go. Okay. I kept it. I was like, let me generate my own file. Okay. And it helped, especially when I went to go do an appeal. It definitely helped. Okay. Greg Hooker said, that's me. Okay. Willow said denied tinnitus, but in favorable finding stated my tinnitus qualified on presumptive basic at 10%, but not granted confused. I don't know how that happened. I would have to see the rating decision. They could have granted it at 0%. You don't normally see tinnitus at 0%. Normally it's at 10. But again, if they gave you 0, you can always go in for an increase. Okay. Asher, hey, I appreciate the super sticker. It was a pleasure talking to you today. Thank you for all the work that you do with veterans up in Hotlanta, ATL area. I have learned so much from the videos. Hey, I appreciate it. Thank you for all the continued support. John, you need to give me a call tomorrow. Yeah, you need to give me a call tomorrow. I saw something today. Or reach out to me. Been sending you some information. Okay. You're still on my radar. Just need to tie up the things still hanging out. Okay. 13 Charlie, you know. All right. Asher, thank you again for all the support. I really appreciate it. Had a really good conversation with this gentleman today. We probably talked about, I want to say 36 or 45 minutes or something like that. Had a really good conversation. So thanks again for the support, Asher. Gregory, I went to a VA CMP exam, had an awesome Nexus letter to include references to the CFR and case law. So if you had evidence, Gregory, that they could have used, why was the CMP exam scheduled? Bobby says 80 likes. Okay, we got over 100 people in here. Gene, where you at? Let me know how many likes we got. Angela, I submitted the FOIA request. They told me 6 months to a year. Who? If it's somebody at the VA on call line, they don't know how long it takes. I guarantee you, if I took a poll right here tonight on how, it took me 11 months. So I'm going to do this, Angela. Everybody that has a copy of their C folder, please let Angela know how long did it take you to get it. It took me 11 months. Okay. And I guarantee, and I'm not calling you out or anything like that, Angela, but I want you to understand that it's different. There's no such, it's not 6 months to a year. I've seen people get it in 2 months. I've known somebody get it in 2 weeks. Okay. So everybody has their claims folder. They submitted their request. Let Angela know how long it took. I'll start out first. Angela, it took me 11 months. Now it's sent via email. If you click, you want the C file via email. I'm not understanding that last sentence, Angela. Are you saying now it's sent via email? If you click, you want the C file via email. When you say click, where are you clicking? There we go. Hey, Asher. Hey, man, I appreciate it. Thank you for supporting and encouraging us vets. I got my C file just like you showed us. There you go. So you watched that video, Asher. So, hey, like I say, when I do these videos, and if I say I got 1, 2, 3, 4 slides, I went out and did some research on that topic. Okay. If I interview a medical professional, which I've only done 2, we've had a conversation before so we can understand the flow and what information I'm trying to get the vets based off of things I've heard vets complain about with this VA claims process. Okay. All right. I can't remember which link this is. Put a couple of them in there. Okay. There's another one there. Okay. Error occurred, wait a moment, then try again. Upload it. Okay. So it's weird because when I upload a comment, some are going through YouTube and then some coming from Facebook. So when you see this one, that's my Facebook business page, and this is my YouTube channel. Okay. So I think it's getting a little bit confused. When did you do the aid and attendance SMC video? It's that time I can't remember when I did it, but if you go to my YouTube channel, matter of fact, let me just do something right quick. Okay. All right. So I'm going to share my screen right quick for everybody. And this is the, oh, wait a minute. 1 second. I'm going to share my screen and I'm going to show how to search videos. Okay. So can everybody see, my YouTube? Yeah, my YouTube channel. This is my YouTube channel. So you can see when you go, this is what it looks like. Okay. So when you find my YouTube channel, and it's that time, if you see right there, you can see, I don't know if you can see it, it's that time. I am subscribed to Fontaine Emoja, the Rasta. All right. So when you come to my channel, you're going to see a lot of videos. Okay. But then that's the home. Then I have more videos. All right. So what you want to do when you click on the video link, you want to come here to the search window. We're going to type in SMC. Okay. We're going to hit enter. What comes up? There it is. VA claim SMC special monthly compensation. And I should change. I'm going to change that. I did it. It said I did it a year ago. Okay. But that's how you find that video. But what I'm going to do for you is that time. Oh, no, it's not going to let me get that link. But for everyone else, when you're trying to look for a video on my YouTube channel, that's how you do it. You're going to come to the home page right here. You'll see me here. And you see we're live right now. Got 100 people watching. So make sure we get those likes up. Gene. So maybe let's go do a search again. I don't think you may need to go to videos, but if you just go to the search and let's see what comes up. Yeah, same thing. So you don't need to click on the video link. Just go there to my YouTube channel, type in SMC. So for those of you that looking for a specific video or just a particular topic, come to my channel, do that search, okay? And when you do that search, my videos should pop up on that particular topic, okay? All right, okay. All right, so now we're back to more questions. Benny says, hi, Dwayne. No, I left Germany and flew to Hawaii to spend the holidays with family. My wife's side of the family watching from Honolulu. Benny, how do you go from Germany? Man, that's a long flight. That is a long flight. So I'm pretty sure you're enjoying the family out in Honolulu. How's the weather? You're on the beach. Let us know how it is. Okay, Michael B. Hey, appreciate the support. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I really appreciate the support. I do giveaways sometimes. For those of you, you probably got an email if you were in a contest or something like that and got like a $25 gift card or something like that. So I like to also give back to my subscribers in some form or fashion outside of my videos. And again, the support through the community outreach to the two schools in low income areas in the Florida, Tampa area. Excuse me. And also, I'm going to, and I should have done this time last year, and I am really behind, but I got to get some family members involved and make sure I get the descriptions right. But I'm about to start a scholarship in my grandmother's name, and I need to get this done because it's been a year. But and it's going to be given. We're going to do it through my church in my hometown that I grew up in. I grew up in Southeast Missouri in a small town called Charleston, Missouri. So I'm going to start a $500 scholarship fund to give to a kid, someone that's a student that's going on to college. Okay. Brutal, $10. Hey, I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. Peter just tuned in. Good to see you, Peter. I emailed you a few days ago, but haven't heard back. I do apologize, Peter. Send me another email. If you go to, send it to info at KMD, Kilo Mike Delta 89.com. Send it there. I do apologize. I normally respond to all of them, but I do apologize, Peter. So while we are here on this live stream, let me pull up my email. Okay, Peter. So I have the info email pulled up. Okay. So let me know if you send it because I'm looking at it right now. Okay. All right. It's that time, says Bobby Bowe. After 5 months waiting for claims file, call the VA number from the Wayne video, received in a couple of weeks. There you go, people. There you go. It's not what I'm saying, is what other veterans are saying. They watched the video, they saw how I did it, they went out and did it and had success. Okay. So it's just not me saying it at this point. All right. So we got about a couple more minutes. I'm going to go ahead and try to get through some more questions. Gregory, hey, thanks for the super sticker, Gregory. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you for everybody, from subscribing to supporting my channel to the super stickers. It's much, much appreciated. Thank you. Bobby says 87 likes and we got 102 people. Get the likes up, people. This great information is for free. There you go. Hello, KMD. Granted, for lower back extremity with radiculopathy, can I link the need for pain? If you got service connected for the back and bilateral lower extremity, radiculopathy, peripheral neuropathy, or the sciatic and or femoral nerve at 10% or higher, they gave you pain. Okay. Pain was included in that. The Seattle Black veteran. Hey, how you doing, sir? Thanks for the super sticker. I definitely appreciate it. Keep up the great job. Will do. Much love. Salute. Thank you. It's that time. Gun Guy. Hey, what's going on? How you doing? Got Gun Guy in the house. Hello, vets. I'm a little late to the party. Gun Guy a little late, but it's okay. You're here. You're here. So definitely much appreciated. First class, got holes on 2 knee CMP exams, went to private physician, ex-army surgeon who wrote an IMO and Nexus. Is the VA required to accept that on supplemental claim? So understand what a supplemental claim is. Supplemental claim is reopened from a previous denial. What you need is new and relevant evidence. New and relevant evidence is evidence that was not in your VA claims folder or considered at the time of the rating decision that denied the claim. Okay. Now, if you're doing a nexus statement, you got to have a DBQ, right? Or you're going to do a DBQ. All right. What are Gulf War presumptives? I'm going to name a few. Migraines, fibromyalgia, chronic fatigue syndrome, GERD. But there's a few more than that. Okay. But how do you word it? A Gulf War presumptive claim. Okay. Lonnie, do the VA consider all SMC ratings permanent? Yes and no. If you get a K, I put it this way. I have seen, but I never seen a SMC removed other than if it's temporary. years ago, they used to, if you had, say for instance, you had a knee replacement and you were at 10% for that knee and you had a knee replacement, they would grant 100%, temporary 100% for 13 months. And then, I'm sorry, a year. And then they would reduce it back down to 30. Now, if you had other service connected conditions totaling 60% or higher, then for that year, they would have to give you SMC because you have one disability at 100 and other disabilities totaling 60% or higher. But that 100% is only temporary. So then when they reduced the 100% down to 30% for that knee replacement, they would have to remove the SMCS because you no longer had that single disability at 100%. Okay. So it just depends on, if you fall in that area or not. Okay. Peter, still checking. And make sure I got the right email up. Oh, yep. Got it up. So I'm still waiting on the email. Ed, hey, thanks for the super sticker, Ed. I definitely appreciate it. And just, I can't say enough or give enough thanks for everybody that's donating. I know sometimes, we all have been in a financial crunch. So I definitely appreciate you supporting my channel and supporting my community outreach programs and responsibility. Facebook user, hello, how we doing? It's that time. Is it uncommon for VBA to request CMP exam for cancer other than what is submitted? I submitted for multiple myeloma and they request CMP. I would, we'll have to look at, that is uncommon. Could have been a mistake because if it's something outside of what your service connected for, even if they saw that it may have metastasized, then more likely they still wouldn't do it because if it's at that point where it metastasized or something, then it's going to be talked about on that CMP exam. Can you find out from your VSO if you have a routine future? Yep. If there's a good VSO and they know what to look for on that rating code sheet or in that rating decision, that's me. I put a link to a YouTube video, but that's my Facebook business page. And this is my YouTube page. Mr. B, what is the caregiver program where the VA comes to your home? What is that? That's on the healthcare side. I never worked on the healthcare side. I know what it is. Actually, I didn't do a video, but I think my first live stream that I did, October, my first live stream that I did, I want to say back in October this year, I talked about the caregiver program. And in the description section, I give the link of the requirements for the caregiver program. But that's on the healthcare side, not the benefit side. So, Mr. B, you have to go out, or you can go to VA's website and type in caregiver and some information should come up. Thanks to your videos, went from 90 to 100% in November. Hey, good to hear that. Good to hear that. I'm doing something right? Denied for blood and stool, hemorrhoids, IBS, and GERD. Now abdominal pains confirmed. B-cell lymphoma. So sorry to hear that. Cancer stage 3. My condolence, my prayers for you and a speedy recovery. I'm a Gulf War vet. Should I file for presumptive supplemental or new disability? Well, one thing, brutal. I don't advise the vets, other than advise you to get educated. And in this instance, I would say get educated on the 5 ways of service connection and ask yourself, where does all these claims under the 5 ways, where does it fall? How can you prove it, under the 5 ways of that criteria? I would start there. Again, if you do a supplemental, it needs to be new and material evidence, okay? Because new and relevant. Now, in that 38 CFR, the way it was explained to me by the individual that did the Veteran Roundtable last month that talked about the protection rule is if relevant, new and relevant, if you claimed it new, now you're coming in and claiming it as a presumptive or secondary, you don't need any paperwork. That falls underneath that. But I guarantee you, You have that one VA employee, oh, you didn't submit any new evidence, and they'll just deny the claim because they don't know that you're claiming it different now. Okay. The wannabe ranger, if I get Social Security statement, vocational assessment, late statements, I'm pretty much guaranteed. Not necessarily. Not necessarily. Not necessarily. Decision, could that help? Yeah, because it's evidence, but it's not a guarantee. Thanks, appreciate it. Not a problem. Folks, we need to get those thumbs up and subscribe. Thanks, and Happy New Year. There we go, people. We got 105 people watching. Try to get through these, the remaining of these questions so we can go ahead and shut it down. There you go. Bobby says, beautiful. Get your claims file and give Dwayne a call. Yep. Got to get that file. I was diagnosed with leukemia after active duty. My VA oncologist believe I acquired leukemia while on active duty. If so, does the Army own it, or do I have to show service connection, i.e. burn pits? I'm not looking. Go to 38, Bob. Go to 38 CFR 3.09, and they have 1 year presumptives, 3 year presumptives, 7 year presumptives. I think that'll fall under either the 3 year or 7 year presumptive. That means if you are diagnosed with a 3 year or 7 year presumptive, then the Army owns it. Yes. But a lot of people don't know how to claim it. So if you're diagnosed, and I can't remember, one is Hansen disease, ALS. I want to say one of them, the 3 or 7 years leukemia, if I'm not mistaken. I know the regulation, but I don't have it memorized. But look for the 3 year and 7 year presumptive. And I think leukemia falls under one of the two, if I'm not mistaken. Okay. Jane's saying we got 72 likes. We got 111 people in here. Daniel, I have 10% tinnitus because also slight hearing loss, left ear, request hearing test may help. Okay, so is that 10% for tinnitus or hearing loss? Didn't ask or care. I was well prepared for my NECMP exam. There you go. Being prepared. Quick question for you. Why does the regional office change the way you word your claim when appealing a denial? Could be many reasons. Again, you got hundreds of VA employees, so I can't say why either each VA employee did what they did. I would have to be looking at the information to see, what they were looking at to make that change. Folks, don't be a slacker. Let's hit the likes button. Yep, we got 107 people and only 72 likes. G Walker says 6 months to get his claims folder. Benny, 6 months and still waiting. Benny, go check out that video. Took me 5.5 months. It's that time. Okay. So Angela, you can see there's, different wait times. It took me 3 years to get my file. Man, that is too long. Okay, it's that time. Yeah, let's try to connect tomorrow. I got a kind of a full day tomorrow, but I'm not going to be working out tomorrow, so I'll probably be working a little bit late. Victor Williams, Angela, it took me 9 months to get my claims file. Angela, in the 4 year request. Okay, all right. My claims file came in 10 months. I just mailed in a request. AMD Redbone took me 3 months to get my claims file. So Angela, when they say 6 to 12 months, there's somebody that actually got it in 3 months. I know someone who submitted a 4 request and got it within a week. Wow. It's quick. Where's it? Okay. At Angela G, I tried the email process in February 2021, and I do not know anyone that has had success getting the claims file via email. I would want it on a CD. And then you can put it on your Google Drive or something like that. Impossible. Most claims files are way too big for email. Yeah. Oh yeah. I've seen something like 10,000 pages, and yeah, that's a lot. My first claim file, 11 months, sent for a second time, and it took 2 months. I found info in it that got me TDIU 1 week, and the next week PNT. There you go. Lim, 9 months. Remy A said, how long did it take you to get TDIU? So Remy, Bobby has a question for you. I filed a supplemental claim for headache secondary to my service-connected tinnitus, and they reworded to say that I filed as secondary to my insomnia. Ugh. If you did that, somebody made a mistake. Somebody made a mistake. We're doing good on likes. Let's hit that button. Okay, people, we got 115 people. We do have some likes from Facebook. Kenneth Carlton, Booker T. Washington, Ed, Chuck, Michael, appreciate it. We got some loves, some hearts, appreciate it. Appreciate it. Don't sleep on the White House VA hotline. I know someone who got HLR and new CMP exam. Now he's at 100% PAT. There you go. But know what you're doing with that complaint. It took me 1.5 years to get my claims filed for Hood, Texas area. Michael, okay. I used to live in Copper's Cove, Michael. Bob T. Hey, thanks for the super sticker, Bob T. Appreciate it. Is it better to fax the FOIA request? I submitted my request via email. Also, in the description section of all my videos, I give the direct upload link. I did a dependent claim that way just like a week ago. 2 days later, somebody gave me a call. I was like, man, that direct upload link is something serious, okay? And then you could either fax it, mail it, all three. That would be up to you, Angela. But I think the direct upload in the VA intake portal, which the link is in all the description section of my videos, okay? It took me a couple of days to get my claims filed. Man, that was quick. So we're going to be talking, Sam. So you're going to have to explain to me how you did that, okay? Jorge, can a doctor provide alternative theories for disability, or does he have to make sure it's only one? It depends. You know, if you're claiming it due to service, I would think that would just be one, not a theory, but one way that they're saying is due to, you know, your treatment and service or whatever, okay? Right near Cape Girardeau. Gene, what were we talking about? Right near Cape Girardeau. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Charles, Missouri is about 32 miles southeast of Cape Girardeau. Actually, I used to live in Cape Girardeau. I worked at Procter & Gamble just north of Cape Girardeau right when I got out of the Army, and I went to college in Cape Girardeau, Missouri, Southeast Missouri State University. CMO is what they call it. And I still got some kin people there. I was back there this past June, Gene. I was in Cape Girardeau. You have to find someone with VBMS access. Oh. Sam. A lot of people don't know what VBMS is. But if they got access to it, okay, all right. When filing multiple claims, will raters sit on claims that already had CMP exam and full evidence? When do they decide to defer and decide? Keep in mind, ZL, there's hundreds of raters. I can't say which each individual rater would do. I did a video on deferred issues, which should happen, and has not been going on lately. If they can grant something, they can grant it and defer everything else for additional development, whatever. I did a video on that just recently too, in the last couple of weeks. If not last week, I think I uploaded last week or week before. Okay, so go and check that out. And I talk about that deferred issues as well. How do we just a little over 24-hour flight, Frankfurt to Amsterdam to LAX to so you flew from Frankfurt to Amsterdam, which is not that far. I've made that flight. But you flew from Amsterdam all the way to LAX. You didn't stop in like New York, St. Louis, Detroit, anywhere. I hope you were in first class. Man, that was a long flight. Woo. Can your doctor writing your nexus provide reasons for your disability? Yes. For example, when you have asthma, it can be due to rhinitis, asthma. Well, that's part of the nexus statement, Jorge, is the medical opinion. What is the medical opinion? Is direct service connection, or are you claiming it secondary? So they have to, in the medical opinion, say, yes, it is secondary to the service-connected condition. Then the rationale is explain how did they come to that conclusion, okay? I was told they would not email anything medical. Yep. Frank got my claims filed in 2 weeks, but no decision letters or reports from CMP exam. If you could have been overlapped there, Frank, so you may need to put in another request, because if you did that request before the CMP exams were back to the regional office and they sent that CD out before that information came back, then it wouldn't be in your claims file. How do you word Gulf War OEF presumptives? Man, Leroy, you put me on the hot seat here. I am claiming chronic fatigue syndrome as a Gulf War undiagnosed illness. Before I went to the Gulf, I had no issues as it pertains to the claimed condition. But since my return from the Gulf, I've been experiencing these symptoms, and then name those symptoms. So just something like that. 98 with 93 likes. Okay, I'm showing 111. Let's get it. Let's get up to 100. I'm gonna stay on till we get up to 100. I'm about 15 minutes over. I'm trying to get through these questions as fast as I can. Trying to like, don't see how to like, which button to push. Gene, explain that to Bob, if you would. Again, here in Georgia, I recommend IMO if you have the right doctor writing it, like doctor who's a veteran DBQ or not as detailed. Yep. Can your doctor writing your next provide alternate reasons? Okay, I think we talked about that. For example, when you have asthma, can it be due to rhinitis? It can be either or. But again, which condition is it secondary to? Or is it secondary to both? Allergic rhinitis and sinusitis. Lower back rating at 40%. Should I get flare up also? 40% is high for a back. Go out and look at the diagnostic code for 52. It should be under 5237 or IVDS, but there's a general rating criteria for back and neck. But if you're at 40, then you look and see what's the next higher. And flare-ups is not part of the criteria. I'm going to run. God bless all you tomorrow. Okay, Gene, take care. Thanks for all the support, sir. Maurice, can you get both SMC payments and 100% compensation payments at the same time? Yes. SMCs are paid on top of whatever percentage that you're getting. So if you're 70% with SMC, you're going to get a higher payout than someone at 70% with no SMC. Oh. Best VSO in Georgia is Bobby Rand and Vest. Google him. Okay. Can I change my VSO from one county to another county? Mine is terrible. Yes, you can. I got rated 20% for cervical strain just 1 year ago, claiming secondary radiculopathy now because they reduced my strain to 10%. I don't see why, but if you're doing it secondary, they're not going to do another neck exam. It should just be a radiculopathy exam with a medical opinion to see if that's upper extremity radiculopathy secondary to your cervical strain. Freddie Williams is submitted 0995 supplemental claim with new evidence. After 3 months, VA asked if I wanted a high-level review or BVA. Have not received decision supplemental. What's up with that? Call them and ask them and say, hey, have I gotten a rating decision? Because there is a backlog in the mail, in their mailing system. So they could have talked to a veteran early, either late last week or early, a couple of days, early this week, and they said they got a rating decision in the mail recently, and it was dated like the first week of November. Okay, so definitely call them and see if there's a rating decision in your claims file, and so can you get an email? Let's see, can your private doctor fill in the DBQ provide alternate reasons for your disability since asthma, GERD, rhinitis, and other respiratory etiologies? You get into an area I think you're making it a little bit more confusing. If you're claiming it's secondary to a service-connected condition, or let's just say you're service-connected for your flat feet, your ankles, and your knees, and maybe one hip, and you're claiming lower back pain secondary to all those conditions. They could be due to all of them or just one. So the doctor has to explain in that instance, is it due to all of them or is it just one? Blessings to you and yours. Thank you, sir. Likewise, thanks for all you do. Much appreciated. My husband is a Vietnam vet. He's been denied for tinnitus, PTSD, and Agent Orange. What can we do? Got to figure out why. Why was he denied? Did he have a CMP exam? If he had a CMP exam, Do you have a copy of the claims folder? Is there a negative opinion? If it's due to Agent Orange exposure, what confirmed diagnoses does he have under 38 CFR 3.309 subpart E, which is tropical diseases? Is he blue water? Is he brown water? Is he Vietnam? Is it Thailand? Is it Korea? So there's a lot more questions that need to be answered, but more so, why did they deny him? Send you an email. Do you see it? Yep, I just saw it. Looking at it now. Yeah, we'll have to get together. Try to get together tomorrow. I got some appointments in the morning. But again, I'll probably be working a little bit late tomorrow. I'll try to punch out a little bit early. Lorenzo, thumbs up. Yep. What is the best to do it? Oh, the best way to do it, fax direct. If I had to do it over again, I'd do it all three ways. No, that's me. I would do it all three ways. Dwayne, sir, you work out every day, my man. Yep. I didn't do it today. A couple of guys that I work out with said that they were having some issues. I don't know if it was COVID related or whatever. So I just said, let me get prepared for the night. But I try to keep my stress level down. But normally afterwards, either I'm icing down, taking a hot shower or something, just because, getting older, joints, body doesn't heal as fast. But I have to do something. I just can't sit on the couch. Ed says 102 likes. Yep, we got it. There we go. All right, so I'm going to try to get a couple more questions in. I am well over the time. I suggest you fax in your FOIA request because you will get a fax confirmation immediately from VA. What that is true. That is true. You will get a confirmation. You do an awesome job. Thanks, not a problem. Thank you. How long does the supplemental appeal generally take for the VA to complete? Mine is currently in decision phase. It's different. It's different. It's no set time. Melvin, you're late. Melvin, were you in the gym, Melvin? Hey, what's going on? How we doing? Got one of my best friends calling me here. Don't know. I bet you he don't know. Oh, wait a minute. I'll call you back. I'll send him a text. Okay. All right. Bobby, 1 week after getting 50% for migraines, but I was already 80% for migraines. Okay, so he was answering someone's question. Also, I sent certified mail and they mailed me a letter that they received my FOIA. Yeah, they do mail you a letter. And if you don't get that letter within a couple of weeks, you might want to be calling and saying, hey, where is that at? Okay. It took 6 months to receive claims file. All right. Hello, Dwayne. How long is the BVA these days estimating that their appeal would be completed by 1-2 years? Oh man, again, it's hard to say because you got COVID now. I don't know what the backlog is with that. It used to be, 6-7 years. I don't think it's that long anymore. But there's no set time. And living in Mexico, I did email you back. Just let me know if you got it or not. I called so many times. Okay, man. Benny G, does Concord still fly? I used to do those flights in early night. Oh, okay. Happy holidays, y'all. Thank you, Derwin. Okay. I need to get my sleep apnea results. It was outsourced to QTC. Okay, good luck with that one. All right. Rewording my former question. If diagnosed with cancer after active duty, but determined that you had the cancer while on active duty, does that automatic? It's direct service connection. So if you had cancer on active duty, I don't see why they wouldn't service connect it, because is it in your STRs? Is it in your claim folder? Okay. All right. So, hey, I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up, everyone. Hopefully I got to everybody. I know I got some other comments here, but I'm going to wrap it up because I know I went over about 20 minutes. I've had knee and back claim for 20 years. Recently I upgrade awarded on back. Could they ever take it away if original claim is over 20 years? No. If you look at the Veteran Roundtable video uploaded last month, individual talked about the protection rule. Okay. Maurice Roberts. Okay. Anyone having trouble logging into e-benefits today? I think they're switching over to that va.gov or when you log into e-benefits, depending on what you do, they're trying to take you over that way. Yes, I did receive your email. Thank you so much. Okay, not a problem. Okay, appreciate your time. Okay, that's it, everyone. Sorry for going over. Don't forget the Veterans Roundtable, January 20th. Yeah, it's the third Thursday of every month at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We will have a guest speaker. We'll be talking about VA home loans, VA mortgages. So again, if you have questions, make sure you email them to me, info@kmd89.com. And so we get into the town hall, I can ask those questions, but she will be taking questions as well. We'll be talking about VA home loans, VA mortgages. It's outside of veterans benefits within the VA, because you have private lenders doing VA home loans. But I felt that this would be a good topic, especially for those of you that may be trying to refinance or purchase your first home using VA, stuff like that. Okay. All right. So again, Happy New Year to everyone. Hope everyone had a good Christmas. Please be safe on New Year's. I'm doing a crab boil this year. Just having a couple of family members over, and that's it. So please, if you're out and about, be careful. Do not drink and drive. It's like that safety briefing that we would get every Friday at 16:30, right? Just be careful. Be careful of your surroundings. Be safe. Keep your family safe. And I will see you in the next live stream and or roundtable next year. Take care. Thanks, everybody. Appreciate it.